some real money in the room.
All right, man. Today on RealToonTV, we have an original hot boy, Magnolia correspondent, man. The people's champ.
Okay.
Terrance Gangsta Williams.
Mr. Answer Right Back.
Mr. Answer Right Back, man. Gangsta, man. Wah!
Wah!
Oh, man. It's been a long time since we've had the pleasure of sitting down.
Okay.
And since then, a lot's happened. I've watched, let me just say I'm proud of you and what you've done for the Magnolia and the people in the Magnolia. You literally created a platform that gave many of them a voice that I know me. I can't speak on Louisiana, but I know as far as Texas, we ain't heard of Skip Out the Mouth. You know what I'm saying? We ain't heard of Magnolia Dana. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of these stories that have been just forgotten about, that you coming and sharing your platform has given other people an opportunity to speak, make money, and even build careers off of talking, you know what I'm saying, and recording because of Gangsta. You know what I'm saying? Would you concur?
If it's okay, because you know your followers, they get on me when I correct you with certain stuff, but I would like to correct you with due respect, because you put me local. You say that I opened it up for the Magnolia. I would like to correct that on the record. I opened up an avenue for New Orleans as a whole, not just the Magnolia.
Right.
Because you got to keep in mind, Skip Out the Mouth. You got Slum 1200 out the 12th Ward. Well, I would say this because Rippa was way before my time. He been doing this thing. But you got
well, that's why I say I can't speak on Louisiana.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm letting you know Louisiana is the state, but
right.
New Orleans is our city. And the only one in our city that was really holding it down was Video Wayne. So when I came home, I sat down, let me try something. Started talking about the story, and people took to it like, oh. So then that opened the floodgate for a lot of other homies to start sitting down telling their stories from their neighborhoods and their hoods. So it's not just to know you, it's I want to say the city of New Orleans.
Right. Well, I'll give you that. You know, if you want that, I'll give you that.
No,
I ain't gonna take that.
If I want that, that's what it is.
If that's what that is, then that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's gonna be.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But with that being said, you giving these people an opportunity to respond, and they've been responding. And I'm curious to hear your side of things. So if I kind of want to just jump right into the elephant in the room, you know, can we do that?
Of course.
Skip Out the Mouth told a story on the Red Report where I guess you ran with a gun. Now, let me just say this. It was a tough one for me because I hear of this reputation, you know what I'm saying, in gangster. And the more research I do, the more real the reputation gets. Even some of the people you reference, you know what I'm saying, square business people. And so to hear you ran with a gun, I was taken aback, but I want to hear your perspective. So if you could just run me through like the whole night, like what led up to that, and you know, what is he talking about?
Let me say this. Skip, Rippa, he switches his name up. This is what they did. Now you gotta give them their props. They sat back, they watched me tell stories for a long time, months. Peeped out the stories and then took what I said and then made their own stories. One thing about me, anybody that's a stepper, people have heard me on my platforms talk about the Calio Project, the Melphamine, where they from, the Gotti Boys. Anybody that's a stepper, getting money, doing anything, I always give them their props. I'm never gonna try to take something, because a person, legacy gonna always follow regardless. No matter how much you try to hate, whatever the case may be, it is what it is. Skip was capping a lot. His brother even came back on his live and say, oh yeah, my brother did a lot of capping, man, he did it. Let me just say this. Why, I mean, let's make, common sense is free, just use it. Why would I take a gun on me take out running and run to the police station with a gun. I'm asking to go to jail. It's really like, cause you don't know this gun got bodies on it or whatever. So sometimes a person, but I learned this about the YouTube. People like to hear a good story. Then there's this. You got people who love me, the people's champ. And you got people who don't like me. So you got people be like, okay, we want to hear some other stuff. You know, let's get this going, let's get this stirred up. Then it's up to the people to see what they want to believe. I've never in my life ran from a man, and especially with a gun, much as trigger happy as I was. And then you got to keep in mind is this, bro. He was a nobody. I'm talking about we literally like slept on him. We like, he was no. If you ask anybody out the mail who he was, they're gonna say, "Oh man, he was a cool dude to get money, whatever." He had told me the story that Sterling stepped on his best friend's foot at the club, and I was like, "You killed my dog about that?" Some child stuff like that. But then I remember hearing something from somebody at the mail, and if he was to be honest, he would let you know that Sterling robbed him when Sterling first come home. Cause we first come home, all of us come home in '93, and we was on some bull. We was driving crazy doing this. What really ticked him off is when Sterling kicked him in his butt. So now you got a person who been robbed, and so it's like an ultimate disrespect. Like I say, Sterling, see the little dude in the project. Well, not little dude, you can't tell, but and come here, jacket, whatever, and get up, So, oh, you play me like that? All right, I got you.
Oh, literally kicked them in the butt.
Yeah, in the butt. Get up the street, that's disrespect, So, this day, bro, we slipping. Like I said, because we going downtown, so we don't have beef downtown. So in our mind, we thinking, we're going to be all right, let's go. We going downtown, this project. All our enemies was uptown. We beefing with everybody uptown. Not everybody, but all our enemies uptown. So downtown is like, all right, we cool. But so what happened, his people out, the Ivory, his people from downtown, so he got the drop on Stirrup. And then he gave a wild story that he was in the Magnolia shooting dice and Stirrup come behind him and bear hugged him and went in his pocket, took his money. That Saturday, he said that Saturday, then that Sunday was the game fight at the detour with the Melf and the Magnolia. Then that Tuesday he killed Stirrup. He broke his story down, right? On the problem with that, and a lot of people ain't questioning this was, how can a man come behind you and bear hug you, grab you, right? And then go in your pocket? So, you, if I come behind you and grab you, once I release one hand to go in your pocket, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna go for the gun, I'm gonna break out, I'm gonna run.
You gonna spin or do something, right? Because unless I'm stronger than you with one hand, if I can hold you, there ain't something wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But, he told a wild story, but he lied. Then he wanted to come back and say, let's have a celebrity boxing match. I'm gonna donate the money to his nonprofit he want to put together for the children, right? And here's my thing with that. How can I get in the ring, box around, play around with a dude that really killed my best friend? So now his family, my best friend's family looking like, ain't you helping raising money for an enemy, for an op? You know what I'm saying? No matter that, I say, hey, I've changed my life. I don't live this life no more. But it's still people that don't like me. It's still stuff that I did, so I still have enemies. So how can I say, okay, these are my best friends that are in the grave, people I ran with, I love like brothers. And then get in here and let's play around just for the people to see us. Oh, look, they coming together, they got the kumbaya going on. Now I'm raising money for you. It's like I'm going to the gun shop, buy two Dracos. Here go one for you, you my enemy, here go one for me. I know you ain't gonna shoot me, that was a long time ago. It don't make sense for me to get in there and play with you, get all sweaty or rubbing bodies, and I'm not about to do all that. No, we're not cool like that. I'm not about to help you get no money. And another thing, I did 23 years and 10 months. You've been home for so many years, now you want a nonprofit, now you want to help the children, but yet you ain't helped the children yet? Man, stop. Then you got a sex case. He got two saved, he raped two females, he got two sex cases. You can't be around no children. Him and his brother got sex cases. So how y'all gonna, man, these dudes, they're characters, bro, but it helps me because look where I'm at today, back on RealToon. I mean, I get to go on my platform, tell my story, get my views up, get my money, So, but he lied about the running with the gun, but he straight capped out, bro. Come on, man.
You ain't never ran with a gun?
For what? I got a gun. Always remember this. A lot of dudes, they got a lot of scary dudes in the world. But when you got that gun, it's like the almighty power. Like, oh yeah, I got this tool. No, you better not play with me. It's like pretty much like when I was in prison. Dudes would tell you, I used to be like, I don't like to go to new federal prison because how the dudes do, they look at your registration number at the laundry room and they know who's coming. So if you got an enemy there, he waiting on you. Or him and his crew, they're gonna butcher you, they're gonna kill you or stab you up right there and jump on you. So I was always like, as long as I got 2 knives in the joint, I think I'm the toughest one here. So it goes the same with a gun. Why I'm gonna run with a gun? Unless they had no bullets in it. But let me just say this. He also told a story on Red Report that Sterling up and shot at him first. He hit the ground. He hit Sterling in the side of skin, something to that effect, whatever he got. Bro, so when Sterling was killed, where was the gun when the police got there? And if somebody go get the autopsy report, you'll see Sterling got hit all in the back of his head. So that lets you know this dude's capped out, but people don't know that. A lot of people really don't care. I'm learning this about the internet. A lot of people really don't care. Their main thing is a story. Give us a good story and we'll go from there. I just want to come on here, hear what he talking about, hear what you talking about. At the end of the day, we don't care nothing about none of y'all. Thank y'all for y'all story and I beat it. You know what I'm saying? But it gives him a chance to try to blow. But here's the problem with that. Now, once you tell this story, I did this, what else you got to talk about? Because you know the YouTube, they want to hear more story. If you ain't got enough for, they like, what have you done for me lately?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of them, him and his brother, they tried, you know, we going to do this, we going to do that. But once you stop talking about OG Giggity, Mr. Answer Right Back, the people's champ, you hit.
No, for sure. For sure. I just want to take the conversation a different route because when you get to talking about a beef to where it's been death behind it, right? Mm-hmm. I can't help but recall Lil Durk's interview about NBA YoungBoy. And Lil Durk did the interview with academics on his Spotify podcast. And he essentially said that he can't mess with anybody who messes with YoungBoy because it's death behind it. It'd be different if Vaughn had a fight, but he actually died. I'm not sure if you've seen the interview that academics did with Durk, but is Durk wrong for blackballing NBA YoungBoy?
Well, let's correct something. He ain't blackball him. NBA YoungBoy, the hottest rapper out. That's the big dog, NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
So, always keep this in mind. Durk is responding from a street perspective, and he's correct. That's like the time when me and Hot was going through it, and BG hopped on this song, so I was upset about that. So it's like, if me and this man going through it, and you rocking with him, no matter some dude, I ain't gonna do it. Man, listen, you know me and him got it going on. You doing business with him, you with him. You know what I'm saying? Like BG sitting in the song, the dude on the passenger side automatically, you riding with him. You right there. You know there's a war going on, and you in that car. You know what I'm saying? So. No, he's not wrong for saying that's how he feel. But blackball him, come on, you can't blackball NBA. All them little young boys, not all, the majority of the young generation out there love NBA YoungBoy, follow NBA YoungBoy.
The streets fuck with NBA YoungBoy, but the industry is a different story. You don't see the YoungBoy collabing with 21 Savage. Drake turned YoungBoy down, and he said the reason was because he has beef with Drake. With Durk. You know what I'm saying? And so he turned down the feature. This caused for YoungBoy to respond angrily in a song where he dissed the industry. In him dissing the industry, he referenced JPrince. After he referenced JPrince goes to YoungBoy's house in Salt Lake, Utah, and has a meeting with YoungBoy and Birdman. Your blood brother. Am I right about it? And the conversation, to my understanding, went something like this. Just pull this up very quickly. So JPrince took to the internet after meeting with YoungBoy and said, "As you can see, I had a good time kicking it with the homies in Utah. On behalf of the little homie YB, me and my brother Birdman were able to have a real conversation face to face. We talked about the past, the present, and the future, but most importantly, we left each other with a mutual respect moving forward. Even though I wasn't there for a meeting with Birdman, I must say the Lord works in mysterious ways. With that being said, I must address the song where my name and Drake's was mentioned. To the little homie, as I said to you privately, I say to you publicly that Drake is my son. He rose with me. Therefore, I think it's a good idea to take him off your enemy list, because the truth of the matter is that we got nothing but love for Dirk and your accomplishments. When I put Drake on the FaceTime call with you, my intent was for y'all to move forward, not backwards. Two things we get every day is a chance and a choice. The choice we make determine our destination.
All right, now let me ask you this, because it seemed like at first when you were reading that, seemed like from that JPrince was saying him and Birdman got a chance to meet up in person. But then you came back and said, even though I didn't get a chance to meet in person, so I guess they talked on the phone. No.
So he says that he FaceTimed YB, because they're right here. This is a picture of JPrince. Okay, see, I didn't know if it was old. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm reading, it says, I had a good time kicking it with the homies in Utah. Right. Utah's where YB is. So he went to Utah. But he
Keep going, right? Read again.
Okay. On behalf of the little homie YB, me and my brother Birdman were able to have a real conversation face to face. So him and Birdman talked.
So let me say, when he said face to face, what did make you think like he's saying like how you and I?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But then he come back and say.
So then he comes back and he says, to the little homie, I said to you privately, I say to you publicly, Drake is my son. He rose with me.
Not that part. Go to the part and say even though.
When I put Drake on that FaceTime call with you. So he's saying basically I put Drake, that's like me calling somebody and letting you talk.
Go to the part say about Birdman when he say even though I didn't get a chance to.
Okay. Okay. Let me just read. On behalf of the little homie YB, me and my brother Birdman were able to have a real conversation face to face. We talked about the past, the present, and the future, but most importantly, we left each other with a mutual respect moving forward. Even though I wasn't there for a meeting with Birdman, I must say the Lord works in mysterious ways. So basically what he's saying was he didn't go there to meet with Birdman, but he still met with Birdman when he went there. That's what I'll deduce from that.
Wait, because you know I'm old and slow. Now say it again. You saying, because he said in the writing that on behalf of him, I was there to meet with my brother. We got blah blah blah. We talked about it, but then he come back because you say it was on FaceTime. Where are they? What is going on with this whole write up right here?
Even though I wasn't there for a meeting with Birdman, I must say the Lord works. So he wasn't there for the meeting, but he still was able to meet with them. Like I'm in Utah on separate business, but in the midst of me being in Utah, I'm going to meet with YB and Birdman.
So you saying that he did get a chance to meet with Birdman?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's for the people to cipher or whatever, because I don't care about whatever the beat was. Here's the thing, because you made an interesting point. You said that the streets mess with YB, but not the industry, right?
Right.
So the streets control the industry. The streets is the one that support and keep the industry going. Now you got the people inside the industry for it, like Drake and all them, they got their little circle. But YB must be confident in himself to diss somebody like Drake, J. Cole, and all them, to say like F them, because I'm the big dog. When I drop, I got the most sales now. I'm the one that's leading, whatever the case may be. So now, what rappers always, every gangster, hood rapper, what the first thing they target? The streets. Once you lock the streets down, everything is smooth sailing. So, I mean, you know, and then here's the thing. Dirk can't blackball YB. YB backed by Birdman. So now you got another big dog that's in the industry. Man, this stuff is all a game, but anyway, it's just, bro, it's a bunch of politics, a bunch of goofy, childish stuff going on. However, Dirk have a good point. My best friend was killed. So whoever rock with him, I'm not rocking with that. This is my brother here. You know, when we saw Dirk, we saw King Von and Dirk. So he have a good point. YB got a good point that's going at, because it's like I say, you rocking with him, so I'm going at you too. And Drake might look at like, I've been cool with Dirk first or whatever came and be, so my loyalty gonna stand over here. Nah, I ain't gonna get on that. Cause Drake a big dog. Drake, he got his own fan base, so he don't need YB.
Right.
And then you also gotta always keep this in mind. Drake was already out before YB. Drake is older than YB, so it's like this youngster coming up anyway, so there's always some jealousy there too with rappers. See, this is why I like the YouTube better, because you got your own channel, I got my own channel, Eric, he got his own there. We can't dethrone one another. Whoever come with good content, YouTube is like a TV. It's the television. Everybody gonna come on RealToon, tune in with what's going on. Oh, RealToon got one, blah, blah, blah. They're gonna come over there. Oh, Gangsta got something going on. He told his story about this, or he beefing with such, he didn't respond back to such. They're gonna go to Real Life Street Star. Oh, Real Life Street Star, they interviewing such. They're gonna go check out that. But all of us, you, me, Real Life, we all get paid from the same people. So we ain't gotta worry about. Only thing we trying to do, who come up with a good content. Cause you come up with something that day, I come up with something that day, it's still gonna do its numbers. So we ain't gotta worry about who got the album of the year. I mean, the best, who put out, or who got the most sales for the week, or how they do that stuff. We ain't in conversation he the hottest rap out right now. He the hot, Well, YouTube, it's the TV channel. Just like how you got the cable channel, you got an HBO, BT, VH1, pick your poison, what you want to go watch. So we do on YouTube. So, but I don't get caught up in a lot of the rap politics, that industry period, because I peep the bull, because this be the thing with the rap game, like dudes are this, like F you, your mama this, da da da. Then the next day when the big homies get involved, now they'll sit down and talk, all right, well, we cool, you cool, yeah. So now they making songs again, they back riding, they hanging out. So you just say F my mother, lady who went through the struggle to bring me here, took care of me, clothed me, fed me, nourished me with everything, and you disrespect my mama now, we done made friends for the fans, for the money. Man, knock it off, you know? But that's them. I like what I'm doing, I'm out the way, you know, get my little money I can get, you know, I'm just building my own. And you know, but I'm peeping all the bull that's going on. A lot of people get mad when I speak on a lot of the bulls that go on. I guess they don't like that I have a voice now and that I can call it out. Like, look at this, they faking, they entertaining, you know. But hey, it is what it is, bro. But a lot of that stuff just be entertaining. A lot of dudes get out of character. They forget once the cameras go off that you got to get back into who you really are. And a lot of them forget that, you know. But it is what it is.
You brought up an interesting point about a guy named Hot. When you were beefing with him, BG was doing business with him, right? Mm-hmm. So who is that guy, and what's the relationship between y'all? Like, what was it then?
We were brothers, ran the streets together. He was my co-defendant on the case.
So he was one of the original Hot Boys.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. He's one that ran with us, head up, cold stepper. I can't take nothing from him. I just trolled him a lot. That's all.
I saw somebody say these two beefing, it can get serious. This ain't like Gangsta going at it with such and such. This is a real.
Yeah, because he really is a street guy, street stepper. He really that dude. But I ran with him, hung out with him. You know, so I was once that same dude. Same thing you did, I did. So even though I don't live that street life no more, if a fire start, I will put it out. So it's like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to have no pride, no beef. I like to entertain on the YouTube channel. But if one of them jump out there to violate it, I can, you know, I'm still a man at the end of the day.
Right, of course. But I'm saying, if y'all were friends, at what point did the friendship end? What happened?
When I started cooperating with the government.
Okay, so this was after you got released.
But right before I got released, because him and BG did that song. Oh, he tell on the day where they do that at. They got a video and everything they did. Yeah, they've been, yeah, so, but this is the thing. I respect it because.
Wasn't BG locked up at the time?
No, BG had just got locked right before he got locked up.
Oh, okay.
So I respect it, because I don't look at stuff in the tunnel vision. I look at stuff, if it wasn't me, how would I feel about this? You know, because I come from the streets. I made rules. So now my thing is, I violated. So now them dudes, all of them got a right to be mad. Don't mess with me, don't speak to me, don't kick with me, don't call me, I can't call them. They got a right for that. It's just that once I found my footing on the YouTube, I just took advantage of it. I was like, oh, I got you now. You know what I'm saying? Because they did diss me, they did disrespect me, so I got a platform, I could disrespect you back now. You know, so what really had me keep me going is that when I first come home, they was reaching out. There was politicking with a lot of the homies, a lot of people that I introduced them to, or him to. He was reaching out to them like, listen, man, we ain't messing with gangsters. Cut him off, don't holler, don't do that. So some people was going with that.
People that you actually introduced him to,
yeah,
you have a relationship with because of you.
Yeah, he was literally going to like homegirls, some of our homies' mothers, and getting them to pick sides. And he childish. He real childish. He's selfish too. You know, he does that. He don't like to reason. He don't like to sit down and talk. He wasn't the one. Nah, this what it is. I don't want to hear nothing else. He called his shot. You know, Birdman got him in a position where he can call shots now because he was running with me. It wasn't that. We was equal. You know, I never little boy him. He couldn't little boy me. You know, everybody I ran with, it was always mutual respect. Now it's like Birdman put, go ahead. So it's like now you gotta holler at me. I'm the big dog now. You gotta holler at me. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I don't get upset with them guys. They doing what they do, you know. I'm okay. So God took care of me, man. Look where I'm at. From the ground up. Successful. I don't want for nothing. I don't ask nobody for nothing. One man crew. By myself, move by myself. And I'm good, you know what I'm saying?
My thing is, those guys have a lot of money. You don't get worried with all the cash and the reputation that they have, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm a Muslim. So in the Quran, this is what Allah say. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Surely to Allah we come from, surely to Allah we shall return. Death is promised to all of us. In 100 years from now, all of us are going to be dead. No, I'm not scared. I'm not worried because I'm from the streets. My main thing be this. That if whoever you send at me, I pray they don't come pump faking. And if I make it out, God see for me to make it out of the situation. You know they say it's up and it's stuck? You know that little new list thing they be saying? It's up and it's stuck?
Yeah.
I'm going to give them what they want. I'm back. And everybody who I had a problem with, they may well get ready because it's like, why just go at one? You know what? I might well just go on, revisit all that. All that bull I had going, I might revisit because I'm out here now. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I don't get nervous or be scared because I'm going to live my life, man. You know, I done a lot of dirt, so however God see fit for me to leave this earth, that's what it is, bro. But until then, OG Giggity, Mr. Answer Right Back, the people's champ, I'm going to enjoy my life, bro.
Amen.
I'm going to enjoy my life, bro. No, not at all.
You're familiar with Soulja Slim, right? I mean, he was from the Magnolias originally. Y'all are both from the Magnolia projects, correct?
Well, I'm not from the Magnolia, but I come up in the Magnolia.
Where are you from?
The Gert Town, the 17th Ward.
Oh, you from the 17th Ward?
Right.
But you came up in the Magnolia. That's where you grew up.
That's where I got my name, got my rep, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know Soulja Slim when you were in the Magnolia?
Soulja Slim, really Magnolia Slim, is the first rapper to put my name in a song. It's the first rapper to put my name in a song, Magnolia Slim.
Was it a good or bad?
Good. It was called Sonata Potter. It's called Potter Bag.
Yeah.
You see, just kicking the quarter shot, me, Lil Gangsta Eric and Black. You talking about Eric Maurice and Black and Mo.
Yeah.
I talk about them on my page. You know, the people they know they hood legends. So I was one. Actually, people think I was the first one in the Magnolia with a Mac 11, which I wasn't. It was a homie named Claudia B was the first one with it, but I just got recognized for it. And when Magnolia Slim saw it, we with it. That we had that song, Stay Young and Stay Strapped with a Mac 11. That's all we had a Mac because I had got the Mac from Black and Mo, and he had the Taurus, but we had switched guns. So yeah, but yeah, I know Magnolia Slim. Yeah.
So how was y'all's relationship winning the projects?
Very good. Never had problem. Now I tested him one time, cause Slim was, he's always tall for his age, and he had that little look like he's just wacky, right? What you looking at one time? Showed him the gun. Never pulled it out, but showed it. I never told nobody about this, but I talked about the part when he got me back with the chopper, right? But it was really Dana that got the gun out the house and gave it to him, because Dana spotted me coming up the courtyard. Magnolia Dana.
So Dana, Soulja Slim's alleged baby mama.
Right.
Spotted you.
Coming up the courtyard.
Free Ziggy, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Bro facing the murder.
Yeah, he already got sentenced for the murder. He's
like 15.
He wouldn't come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, you only get 15 years for a murder.
He got 10. See, listen, he didn't do the murder. He was out there when some of the boys did the murder, but because he didn't want to tell that they did the murder, they gave him 10. They got a charge. They got some stuff in Texas where if you out there, you see it, you don't want to tell, you going to trial too. That's how he got caught up.
What?
Yeah, that's why he got 10 years, because he wouldn't say who did the murder. And he went to trial, and he found him guilty. Yes.
Free that man.
Mm-hmm.
But so she sees you, grabs the chopper, hands it to Slim, and Slim ups the chopper on you. And how did you respond when the gun got upped on you?
I just looked, because it was like, he got me. See, I always was taught this: never let him see you sweat. Of course, I'm spooked. I'm like, oh man, he got me now, but he about to crack. Because chopper bullets just hit different. That stuff hit totally different from a $9 bill, So, but I've always been one of the ones, I can't show no fear, because what's going to happen next is everybody that's out here who looking, they're going to go run with the story. Or he punked him, or he was scared, he was crying, or he bowed down, or he told me I'm sorry, It was like, you got me. But Slim, like, look, cousin, there ain't nothing soft about me, man. Oh, this ain't that. Well, he did what he said, Slim, we usually like, man, shorty will go. But he was taller than me, so I was like, all right, he ain't no punk, he ain't no sucker.
And y'all just left it at that?
Well, Black and Mo got involved. He found out what happened, and he was like, you never pull a gun and don't use it. That was given to both of us. You never pull a gun and don't use it. We hung it like the circle. They got 2 circles in the project. We both hung in the same circle, 6 and Cloud. He, him, Walker Black, all of us, Skiboo, all of us hung in the same circle. So it's like, y'all family, y'all right here in this family, knock it off. Black and Mo the big homie. Everybody gonna listen to Black and Mo. So.
What was it about Blackie Mo?
He was older, gunman, hitman, people scared of him, cold gangster. Turk rapped about him in his song, on that him and Juvenile, I think Welcome to the Know You. Turk rapped about him. I got a chance to hang with him, around with him, head up. So, when he because he had he had a quarter shop in the Magnolia, So
right.
He would come back there, lead the work with me. So it's like, what y'all got going on back here, man? Y'all need to straighten it, because he's from the Know You too.
Right. So Soulja Slim is from the Magnolia, and the Magnolia beefed at a time with the Calliope.
Mm-hmm.
But Slim actually worked with the Calliope when he signed with Master P, who's from the Calliope.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain the relationship between the Calliopes and the Magnolias?
At one time we were real cool. We used to run together, trade beefs, tight, like family. Some bull crap kicked off. They thought it was me, Mosquito, Sterling. So the first night they was supposed to get me, but I peeped it, got away. Next night they crushed Mosquito.
The Hot Boys.
Right.
But what were they saying y'all did?
Some bull crap, I would rather not say it. It was real serious. But actually it's gonna be in the movie. Anyway, you want that bad. He like, man, you leave me hanging like this. Yeah. But listen, cause this was some real serious stuff, bro. The same little dudes that was out there caught Mosquito either the next night or the night after that. Hit him up 20-something times. But the problem was, Mosquito and I had stopped really hanging. So when they killed him bad. Man, it had nothing to do with the allegations that they put on that man. But because they felt like he was a real stepper and he like would have heart to come in a project and rob whoever got robbed or whatever the case may be, whatever shop house got kicked in, Cali always been like this. If something happened, they gonna get somebody. Somebody gonna get deleted behind them getting violated. Point blank, period. Somebody gonna get it. You just gotta hope that day they don't run across you. Cause somebody gonna get crushed behind violating them. It don't matter who it is, they gonna feel like, I never understood that. But this is how they work.
Yeah. So when Soulja Slim decided to go to the Cali, was this before or after?
Well, see, he didn't go. What it was, when he come home from jail, he come straight by me. The same phone the feds had tapped, I had just given my cell phone and some money he left with a female, and then my phone was acting up. He said, cousin, man, this phone, he keep cutting off on me. Like, and that's his phone the fed had tapped, bro. You know, I went to the fed, so P was on doing his thing, so P signed him. Because when he went with Soulja Slim, a lot of us was mad. We felt like, man, you Magnolia Slim, how you going? You know what I'm saying? So he signed with P because P was already, you know, on and doing his thing. And I guess he felt too that, you know, I'm not gonna go over here with home. I'm gonna go over here and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And it just worked for him, you know. But he still Magnolia to the bone.
Right.
You know?
Right. So did that help bridge the relationship between the Calliops and the Magnolians in any way?
No, indeed. No way, because Slim still was in the Noya. Got the Dooney boy that was still up under Slim. As the Dooney was killed, it was Dooney boys still, you know, because Slim out the project, you know. So here's the thing. The beef that me, Hot, and Blabber had with the Yo, that had nothing to do. See, here's the thing. It wasn't a Magnolia and Callio beef. We just use that word Magnolia and Callio because we was repping the Magnolia and they out the Callio. So you know, so it's like, instead of saying these three names, people the Callio gonna like, man, the Magnolia and Callio beefing.
Well, I mean, y'all are the bigger names coming out of the Magnolias, and I'm sure they rep in the Calliope, so technically, you know what I'm saying?
Well, no, we had big names, but it was other big names out there in Magnolia now. I can't sit here and say that. Man, there was some steppers out there. No, this dude was getting money way before my time. There's one dude, how I put it, been getting money, been riding foreign whips, out the Noya. He run with Baby now, you know. So it's been dudes with names bigger than mine, big money boys. Yeah, I can't sit here cap like that. But we had a name. We did have a name, but it's dudes that was way before us. From the Noya, been repping OG Jerker man, you know, Fool out the Magnolias. It's boys that been getting money. Charlie Brown's been, you know, so way before my time. You got Gaylord, Tippy, man. You got people that was getting, KC, you know, it's steppers, you know, out there know you. And I'm gonna forget a lot of them. I know, hey man, there's just a few names I'm just throwing out. Eric Maurice, you know, so there's names from the Noya that was big, you know, either we was on the same level or even bigger than us, you know. But we were wild during this era. You see what I'm saying? So it's like now, these three right here, because you got to keep in mind, a lot of people scared at Callio. Callio had a lot of people shook. And the reason why, because they stuck together. It's like a pack of hyenas. They coming for you. So they had a lot of people shook. But when they got into it with us, it's like us three, we fading them. So it's like, oh, this stuff went all the way to this prison, Angola, state prison, everybody taking sides. Like, oh boy, they done met them, oh no, they gonna, boy, handle some of my old enemies in Angola sending word, man, hold your head up and handle your business. I'm like, wow, you rocking with me? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people respected Callio, was scared of Callio, but didn't like the Yo either. So it was split, you know? But I just thank God that I'm here today to tell my story, make money off it now, because for years people talked about our story while I was in prison. I was be like, man, he lying, that ain't happen like that. Some story they was be telling, it was actually me there. know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, you know. But now I got a chance to be here to correct a lot of that. So that's my mission. A lot of stuff I'm gonna stay away from because a lot of stuff is sensitive issues. But my main goal is to put the movie out, get paid, go ahead and buy me some land, get me a ranch, and kick back, baby.
I did want to ask you about there's a guy named Hot Boy Major, who I've been seeing go back and forth. It was even rumored that he might step on you. Now Major is a comedian, correct?
Correct.
But he's also a Boosie affiliate comedian, right?
I don't know. He screamed Boosie a lot, but Boosie never repped him, so I don't know.
Right. How did y'all come together? And he's out of Baton Rouge, too, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, when I first come home, I just go on Instagram, you know, I'm trying to learn Instagram, and I see a guy in the truck with a handkerchief going, oh, y'all around here faking with these guns, y'all let, and I liked his message about the gun, so I reposted, and he did something after I reposted, got back, whatever. So I started checking him out. You know, saying his stuff, you know, then I started seeing him telling stories. So he seen what we were doing, and he started telling his stories. Then he reached out to me, and we started talking, and he came out here, we did an interview. While we was out here, I said, yo, you want to holler at OG Percy? Yeah, I want to interview him. He went to interview OG Percy. But by him being from Baton Rouge, and me and Boosie clashing, it's like, okay, I'm gonna step up, I'm gonna reach out, you know, speak up for the homie Boosie, in hopes that Boosie would recognize me, and maybe Boosie will come on my show or whatever the case may be. So he always screaming Boosie this, Boosie da da da.
Now, did he scream? Was he screaming Boosie in y'all's interview?
No, he was more on the neutral side, I would say.
It wasn't until after y'all did the interview.
Yeah, you know, you gotta keep in mind, you know, he feel like he in my territory, so he like, I got the home court advantage.
Right.
And plus, you know, he ain't no real street dude, so it's like, let me mind my tongue when I'm around gangster. But now once I get from around him, you sucker, you cow, you rat, you know.
He going hard like that.
That's what cowards do.
And what was it like? What did you do for him? Because he wasn't like that when I'm sure he paid you for the sit down.
Yeah.
So
we did it here.
Yeah. So I'm sure you don't got to give up my location now, just because y'all.
I don't give your location. This not live.
Right. That
you
part.
got spooked out already. Yo,
yeah.
Calm down, bro.
But however it is though, you do. Yeah. Hey man.
What's it?
Last second talk.
Is we live?
No, we
all right, then. What you talking about? Give up your location.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you owe your P's and Q's.
I want you gotta be on yours.
Terrance Gangsta Williams
bro,
still.
Listen, I'm gonna think for me and the next man.
That part.
And I'm gonna make sure I'm good.
That part.
Listen, my plan is to always make it home to my mother. That's my plan. If God don't see that fit, I'm gonna try to make sure the man who coming at me, we both going. In my heart, I'm going to paradise. I don't know where he going. But we both going to take the dirt nap. Now, next question.
Well, so Major, right? He just out of nowhere starts attacking you.
Right.
And says that he's going to do you some harm.
No, it was never that at first. It was just a attack. Right, we did the interview, thought we was all right. But he had other hidden agendas, and I'm cool with that.
Like what?
You know, to appease Boosie and them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Boosie and company. So it's like, you know, Boosie a big dog. So if he could get Boosie to help him out and rep him, Boosie by, you know, throw him a little alley hoop, get in the movie he do, or come on his platform, whatever case may be. You know, so I'm gonna rep the homie. You know, that was his thing. You know. So my thing was, all right, I ignored the first time. Then when he came back, listen, I'm giving you a warning, Boosie. Boy, listen, pump your brakes. I don't care nothing about no Boosie or his steppers or you and whoever you want, miss me with it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you only made one stepper. You know what I'm saying? So, And a lot of these dudes be wilding. They coming for you, hitting the little children, hitting the old lady, hitting the girlfriend, hitting the mother, hitting you, missing your target. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but I don't even worry about that stuff. Yeah, but he want to impress them, so he come at me again, and I was like, you know what? I'm bored, nothing to do. Somebody sent it to me on Instagram. We got action. Whoa, we got action. I got me one. I said, you know what? I looked at my numbers, you know, in the analytics and the revenue report. I said, you know, I need to add to that. And so
I seen you made about 4 videos.
Yeah, I back to back, did the Drake, I back to back, did that one on and say, you know, I'm gonna go ahead on again. Yeah.
You don't think it could get serious with somebody like him who's already made threats?
No, because you always understand. What people always say, it take 2 to argue. Right? So for it to get serious, that means I would have to entertain street stuff. I'm not going to that. I'm on the internet, enjoying life, and that's where I'm gonna keep it at, bro.
Playing Monopoly.
Facts. You know how I roll. That dice, get out of jail free card right here.
Yeah.
And buy me some property. Come around here, you gotta pay me.
Yeah, straight up.
But I'm not about to go to the streets behind no words on the internet. They're not about to trick me. I'm like, bro, I did 23 years, 10 months. I am out here enjoying life. Bro, it's too much beautiful stuff out here. I'm not about to let nobody get up under my skin. But what I'm about to do is get back closer to God. That's the main thing I've been slipping on since I've been home. I pray 5 times a day. I go to Juma, but I haven't been really studying like I used to do in prison. I got to get back on that. It's the only thing. But once I sharpen that back up, a lot of stuff is not gonna never fade me, because a lot of it is a lot of mental. You know, people play on your mental. Say stuff and you're like, can you handle it? Or you gonna go at it, or how you gonna accept it, right? So as far as him in the streets, no. And he's not a street guy. That dude ain't cut like that.
He's from Baton Rouge, so they, you know.
Well, that's the case. That's like you would say, anybody from New Orleans, everybody from New Orleans are all killers and steppers then. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, New Orleans got a reputation.
Well, we got to rep facts, but everybody's not killers. Everybody's not gangsters out of New Orleans. Come on now, think about it. You got killers in California, but you got dudes that's laid back that ain't on the killing. You got guys that are in gangs, but they might recruit him to make the money. Or you go do this, whatever case may be. So everybody's not killers and shooters and steppers. You got some people that's the money man. Some people that just might hold the stash. Some people might be the secretary. Some people, everybody got a role to play. His role is to be a comedian, he entertain the people. But so happening is, when you entertain the people, you gotta know how far to go with it, and you gotta know what tree to bark up. I'm Mr. Answer right back. I live for this stuff, so when you come at me, it depends on your views. He got 100,000, he got 100K. And then here's another thing you gotta see. Look at his video when he dissed me. Look at the numbers. I looked at it, it's like, he don't really have, like, people not really taking him serious. Look at his numbers, see how long he had it, other than look at my numbers. I'm the people champ, man.
I mean, they not messing with you from back home on the numbers. They just not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be funny. I don't want anybody to take it, you know, personal. But it's just, it looks like you're keeping that market alive.
They love me. Listen, let me tell you, like I explain to people.
They love to hate you though. You know what I mean? It's one of the most disingenuous loves that I see. Because it's like they love you, but it's like they want to see you fall, man.
That's what everybody, anything you do, a person gonna pray on your downfall. Always remember that, bro. You got people who gonna smile in your face. That smile on me, I'm congratulate that smile. Like, I can't wait for you to fall. I can't wait for you to come back down here by me. But here's the thing. I don't live boy nobody. I don't son them. If somebody hit me on Instagram, ask me a question, I help people. Right. I show love. Even with him, Maze, I helped him out, show him love. I embrace it. I show a lot of people love. So, and I get my blessing back from God. So I don't worry about that. But like I say, yeah, there are a lot of people rooting for me to fall. And whenever God sees fit for me to come up off this, then that's what it is. You know, I made a nice penny on here. So I'm able to do the things I want to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? So my goal is just to never go broke.
Right, for sure. I just have a couple more questions, just a couple more. Because I'm curious. I'm looking at all these stories now. Like I'm starting to get interested in the Magnolia. Like I was never interested in. I never cared. You know, and it was hard to get into. Even when I interviewed Polo Sauce, it was just hard to follow.
He just fell off. What that no Polo? It's that told on his dad.
Man, Polo's still in the mix, man.
Well, he been. I ain't even seen him on YouTube.
I ain't seen him either. You know.
Polo, shout out to Polo Sauce, bro.
Shout
he
out
tried,
to Polo.
bro.
Yeah, shout out to Polo, man.
Did I see he posted a picture with his daddy name, the original hot boy? I said, who is this guy? I said, he needs to get some medicine. Shout out to Polo Sauce. Bro.
Polo might be legit. You know, I didn't know enough to research. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I knew enough to figure out, because he's from the St. Thomas. You know what I'm talking about?
I know some people in the St. Thomas Project.
Yeah.
Some people that I talk with right now to this day that's from the streets, that's active. But that's another story.
It's another story.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about what happened between Killer Stone, Birdman, and Gangsta Williams. I seen a video that this woman made. Can you give us your perspective?
That woman a nut, bro. Listen, bro, that woman is crazy, man. How can someone tell a story and you wasn't really there when the stuff happened? Here's what she do. She had a baby by Stone, so of course she's gonna.
Who is Stone? For those who don't
know. Elvin Stone is the big homie at the Magnolia Project. He the one who gave me the nickname Lil Gangsta in juvenile jail. When we come home, I literally watched this man go half with another dude, 16. He taught me to take the probation when I had attempt murder in jail. He said, man, come on, man, I'm getting money, man, you come on. So he used to use my room to put his money in the closet, right? Little white garbage bag. Man, this man was getting 16.25, and the other dude had 16.25. They putting together to go half on a 4.5. So he's a seller crack. He went from selling rocks within the same year to selling kilos of cocaine. Came up, but he always been a big dog, reputation, stand-up dude. She got a baby by me, then she posted his death certificate, and it always bothers me that how you have a child with somebody, but you still trying to slander the man. You know, you put the man, even if you're not saying you're putting his business out, and this is your son.
What do you mean? She put the death certificate?
Yeah, like how he actually died. So she's posting that to the world. This is what happened. But yet, she's fighting with Birdman and Cash Money to get the royalties for her son. You're going to talk about this man, how he died, but you're going to try to go, oh, we need this money, I need this.
So he was an artist of Birdman's?
Yeah, he was signing them. But he had his own little crew too, the D-Boys.
What do you feel like her motivation?
Like everybody else, to get fame, to get recognition, to clout chasing.
You feel like that's what they doing in the Magnolia right now? Is like this the time?
No, they ain't. No, that's everywhere, bro. That's all over. It ain't just to know your people all over clout chasing.
Oh,
that's what people do out here. They gonna make up story, add with it, and do this just to get a story. So it ain't just to know you now.
Okay. Well, just out of curiosity, what's your side or version to what she said?
On what? What topic?
On what happened with Killer Stone.
What she say happened with him?
Okay, I don't want to play back word for word. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen to this. Let me just say this, because I don't want to relive certain stuff about him, because here's my thing. The man is deceased.
Right.
So he's not here to defend his honor. So I don't want, like, I'll talk about old stories that we went through, you know, what stuff happened, but I'm not going to discuss his death, none of that kind of stuff about him, because Killer Stone, even though I did some cutthroat stuff, did some of this stuff, stealing their drugs here and there, when I was in the Fed, he bought my mother a car. He still took care, looked out for my mother, you know. That's just what type of person he was. When he get money, he gonna show love to everybody. People not gonna give you nothing bad on Stone in the hood. Yeah. I want show me one person man that can say, oh, I couldn't stand it. Man, he was a good dude, genuine dude. Now back in the day on his way coming up, yeah, he did his dirt, he was a stepper. But then when he crossed over to get money,
it just, and I didn't mean to just drag on the topic, but it seemed like with the Magnolia, they don't have a filter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this stuff is on the table for them. Like the baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that people say that's in-house business or that's family business.
Yeah, you right. See the know you.
But it's like the know ya, y'all putting family business, in-house business. You know, people talking about the deceased openly. This is like on the menu. You know what I'm saying? And it seems normalized.
Well, like I say, because people feel like, for number one, there is no structure. There is no more family. Everybody displaced. Everybody. So it's like now, I got the spotlight. I'm on camera now. I'm gonna tell my story, or I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna say, because you really don't care about me. You really don't like me. So I'm gonna add out. I'm gonna add this dirty laundry out to the world. You know what I'm saying? And here's the crazy part. The same female you talking about, she contacted me when I first come home. Her and I was cool. Brother, I love you. Or I love you too, sis. We used to text each other, holler at each other. Yeah, it wasn't until she got on Red Report, and then I was going to interview her. Then she went to acting like she, once a person do an interview and they think they get big, they think they done did something. Now it's like, oh, hold up. Oh, let me move. I got to move. Like you so important. Then once you see that spark is dying down, now you want to reach back. Well, I'm past that. Now I'm on that. So now she get mad and start coming at me. So I should leave her alone for a while. I should leave her alone, leave her. Then I went through my text message. Like I still got my text message right now. When she used to text me, when she said she went did time, then she turned around and say she worked for the Secret Service, Secret of something. I'm like, how you did time and you work for them? Are you an employee for them or you snitching for them? What are you doing? Because I got all my text messages right here when she used to text me and wanted me to do, she must say about me and her joining together, doing a podcast together. But my mission was, I'm gonna do me. Because see, this is the thing, bro. Like now, right now, it's hard to get loyal people on your side.
Right.
When you find someone loyal, you got to try to stick with them and treat them right.
Absolutely.
So I'm not quick to want to jump and do a podcast or get money with any and everybody. All money ain't good money.
Right.
So that was
getting money, so you don't need the money.
Well, I need money. Don't get that twisted. I'm not a multi-millionaire, so. But I don't worry about the materialistic things no more. So like I was when I was young, want the foreign whips, wanted all this other stuff. Yeah. Now in my older age, I just want money where I could just be comfortable.
Right.
Buy what I want to buy, fly when I want to fly. Do what I do.
Right. I saw the Magnolia twins making the video, and they talked about how Birdman used to come to the projects to shoot a video, and he would, pay to shoot the video, essentially, like pay the people. Did you witness anything like that going on?
Oh no, I keep in mind, I got locked up in March of '98. They got the deal in March 30. I got locked up March 6th. They got the deal with Universal in March 30 of '98. So I wasn't home for none of that.
So this literally 20 days after Gangsta got took off the streets, shit go into motion.
Well, 24 days.
Yeah, man. I me really actually stop looking at the hype and actually paying attention to your story is actually amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's actually like it's a movie waiting to happen.
Well, I got the movie script right now. Facts. I'm about to cash in too, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to cash in. You hear me?
Did you write it yourself or you had your ghostwriter?
Did what I did. Okay, I started writing it, and I was like, this takes too long. Like, you got to literally put fade in, fade out. This scene here, you got to write. I was like, this. So I took a phone and started talking my story on the phone. I reached out to one of my homies from New Orleans and said, hey, I need you to come up where I'm at. I'm going to put you in a room for a week straight. I want you to write this. So he took it and wrote it. And then he added his own creativity to it. So I got it back. I was like, okay, now we got to change it. We got to add this or this. So I started changing stuff around, but he wrote it. Sure. I already got it copyright. I already did the copyright. I say, boy, I know the.
Oh, you handling your business?
Facts. Yeah. Like it's finished now. All that we do now is like certain stuff he put out in and I wanted because he's from downtown. I wanted the uptown lingo in there, the New Orleans little flavor. He got that in there. But it's certain stuff that I wanted and scenes that I wanted in there because it's the pilot. Right. We're shooting, right? Because I want to do like The Wire. I want to do episodes of this because it's ongoing. Then I got my son who's in the Fed fighting two bodies, beefing with the same project. He got a man down on one of his bodies But the dude I was beefing with, son, name it his father. So I'm going to do a movie on their story too. So it's like a spinoff.
Is that case finished?
No, he's active right now. It's active right now.
How does that like make you feel knowing that your son allegedly, right, based off what the reports are saying, like inherited it in a sense? Like that's like inheriting a beef, you know what I'm saying? We see this in Stop 6 or the south side of Fort Worth where, you know what I'm saying, they fathers were beefing and now the sons are beefing. Yeah, and it's the same with the Calliopes and the, you know what I'm saying, Magnolias, you know what I'm saying? And for your son to be facing two bodies, it's like, it's damn near like deja vu, you know what I mean?
I remember I used to call home as we hearing all these stories about my son. He used to like to ride these dirt bikes. What would you do? Nah, Dad, I just be riding my dirt bike. So it's like he kind of tricked me. He had a little smooth, little soft voice, you know. Nah, Dad, my son don't be doing that, but kind of find out he was a stepper. He got a reputation to the city. My main goal is to make sure he's comfortable while he's in prison. Make sure he have money. If he need a lawyer, we're gonna get a lawyer. I'm gonna make sure they don't dog him or mistreat him or do him dirt like they did me. Because I got a life sentence for 2 bodies. I was never indicted or charged for these murders. They just up and say, because we feel like you did it, they just enhance me. That what happened to me. So I'm not gonna let that happen to him. I be having dudes in jail send me case law. I be looking, I got case law. Here you go, give it to your lawyer. This what we're gonna do, this. So
you feel like you going through what you went through kind of helps you prepare mentally for what your son's going
Facts.
through?
Yeah, he called me every day. He just called me right before the interview.
Right.
I was talking to. So, you know, and I understand it. Like, you need that outside support. You need it. You know what I'm saying? And by me just coming, I know what he needs. So I'm there for him. And he got 2 daughters, 2 years old and 4-year-old.
Young.
You know, babies. Yeah. So, I got like 15 grandchildren. So I gotta be here for the grandchildren, but. Most importantly, I gotta make sure that he's come. What he just started. So for y'all who gon' once his case over, I told him, I said, son, just be cool. I said, once your case over, you stand up on your case, people gonna support you. He have a dog. Some of the dog I bought for him, them little bullies. So he started his own little kennel. He was like, I was like, you know, I like that. He like, Daddy, you know, I wanna make my own money. I wanna be able to take care of my daughter while I'm here. And I was like, that's cool. He said, my partner got a dog. I was like, all right, where is that? Bought the dog for him. So now the dog almost in heat, whatever. So they about to make the dog, or put the stuff in the dog and whatever, so he can have his own little kennel. And I'm gonna help push that.
Inseminate, the artificial insemination.
Yeah, you know, they're gonna do that, and I can help push that. You know, I told him he gonna be all right.
Right.
Because he already thinking positive now. Like, I need people love dogs.
Right.
And you know how the streets do. Or you in jail, or you stood up, and tell, all right, I'm gonna support you.
Yeah.
You know, and he got a reputation in that city.
Yeah. So you push for him not to tell?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's important. Because you got to go in. You got to go through this federal system, and when you're a rat in that federal system, it's hard. It's hard for you. They make it hard, and how the federal go, they got the computer, whereas they can send word. Oh, he over here. Oh, yeah, he getting trapped. This is how I go, bro. Say Beaumont Penn. Say I'm heading to Beaumont, USP Beaumont. Before I get to USP Beaumont, my homeboy's gonna know I'm coming. Because you get a laundry list, because the people working laundry got to get your clothes together. So your number's gonna be on there. Oh man, got somebody like New Orleans, we 034. Man, y'all the 034, William. Say, oh man, that's gangster. Man, the homie coming, da 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 da. So people gonna already know who you are, what's up. They hip to you, they already know. So if you got an enemy on that compound, he already suiting up, packing his stuff up, giving away whoever, paying whoever he owe, whatever case may be, calling, look, he gonna blast you as soon as you come on that yard. You coming in the blind. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that for my son, because I know how rough the feds can be. Right. To show favoritism, whoever on that yard first, that's what they're gonna ride with. And you gotta keep in mind, my enemy who I'm beefing with got life in 5 years in the feds. So it's like, oh, you got found, you pled guilty for killing my son. This man might feel like, I can't let you be on this compound. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just let them know, man, listen, if they offer you 30 years, take them 30. That's a long time, bro. Listen to me, it's a long time, but always
you're a real dad, man.
Let me tell you what, it's not that, this is the thing. Whatever, for you to be charged, whatever it is what it is, right? But don't go jump on trial, then you're mad, everybody tell on you ain't think was gonna come on and stand on you, and then you get a life sentence. You got 2 daughters, 2 baby girls. You know what I'm saying? So now I did 23 years, 10 months. So I did a 30-year sentence. Off 30 years, you do 25 years, really, right?
Right.
So now I'm looking at him, telling him, and this was crazy. When I got locked up, he was 21 or 22 years old. Me and this man was like the same age when I got locked up. Now he didn't got locked up. He like 25. Now he been out like 3 years now. You know, so I just be like, man, you get out, you 30, you get out like in your 40s. You be old, but you still got your life, still be healthy, take care of yourself, you be all right, you know. Don't let them people lose you. You get that life sentence, it's over with. That life, boy.
I mean, it's amazing. It's one thing hearing about it from, somebody like me, but there's another thing hearing about it from somebody who actually been through it themselves.
Some people actually go to do the team, but they made them stop it. They used to have on that thing deceased. Like they have how much time you got. They used to have on mine deceased. Then over the year they took it out. They started putting 540 months on it. But sometimes they just have life on it, and you be like, man, never getting out here. Yeah. So, and that's my youngest boy out of my 5 boys. That's my youngest, my baby boy.
Is he the only one incarcerated?
Yeah. Out of all my children. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things that OG Percy, people really rank on him about is, he has like 4 or 5 boys, and they're all in jail with lengthy, like, football numbers. You know what I'm saying? I think PMG got probably the youngest one, who was like 17, 18, got 20-year sentence. And I watched like some of his like intimate moments with his child. Like PMG calls my phone, you know what I'm saying, so he can get a hold of Percy, and Percy will, shoot him $50 or whatever he asks. He's there for him. If you look at his pictures and videos on Facebook, he was there to raise him. But a lot of times, like Charleston White and others, so nigga, you and your kids is in jail. Can you really fault a parent for the outcome of their kids?
No, and I know a lot of people always say, "Oh, you failed your child." You gotta understand this. Like my mother, single parent, always worked, always try to do what she could do. But here's the thing: when you grow up in the ghetto, there's peer pressure. So now you got people that wanna show you, I could do that. Oh, I ain't scared, and they jump out there. And then once you get a taste of that crime, it's like, oh, that was easy. I did that. I got away with it. Or I did this and now he scared of me, or she liked me, or I got this kind of respect. A person you want more than you so far in. I didn't see where the mayor, it was a guy that, I don't know if he was a mayor running for mayor, his son, hanging with us in a project. He wound up getting killed in Gertown too. But his family got money doing it, but he wanted the streets. So sometimes it be that, the mother or the father, whatever the case may be, so busy at work till they can't watch the child all the time. So now if the child in the hood, whether you inside looking out that window or just sitting on the porch, you're gonna see the activities. You got a choice. Join that, or you can say, no, I'm gonna stay put. Because I got 2 daughters out of 17 ward. They both graduated. One graduated for Howard University, one graduated for Tulane University. Work for Microsoft, doing good, So I don't never try to point the finger, me personally, at the parents or whatever, because a lot of us, like I said, sometimes be peer pressure, or some of us just have that mindset where I want the streets, I want to taste this. Because look at this, and I don't want to put none of these guys on the spot, so I'm not gonna call their name. Look at a lot of these athletes, millionaires, doing a lot of crazy stuff. We fault their parent for that?
Well, interesting enough you bring that up. Ja Morant was seen call his name, I know. Throwing up. Well, he's done several things, right? Look, so Ja Morant was caught throwing up neighborhood Crip, right? And the Crips, or at least Brick Baby, has stated like they don't know him like that. He's not from 60s. You know what I'm saying? But if you're throwing up 60s, you flashing guns on the live while listening to your guy, NBA YoungBoy, you know what I'm saying? And you did it twice. So what's a fair punishment in that situation? He's 23, he didn't break the law, but there's a morality clause in the NBA contract. You being an actual stepper from the streets, reforms your life, been to prison, you get out and you see this millionaire acting like this? What are your thoughts?
All right,
And do you blame the parents?
Before I answer that, I was about to say, now here's a guy, went to school, graduated apparently, or whatever case may be, went to college, NBA drafted him, he's a millionaire. So he did good for himself, right? So now we're going to get the parents all that good credit. Oh, you raised your son good. But to go back to what I said, how he got to affiliate with this gang stuff. Is it that the neighborhood he grew up in? But I think now with the nonprofit I have and with the stuff that's going on and me being from the streets, that first of all, he need help. He need counseling. He needs somebody to talk with him because he's a child. He's 23. That's number one. Number two.
Where were you at when you were 23?
In the feds. I was in the feds.
So I don't hear them same excuses for NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear those same excuses for the Terrance Gangsta Williams of the world. You know what I mean? Ain't no age when it comes to being sentenced. Well, actually, I take that back. In Texas, it's 17. So when I hear 23, I don't hear kid. I don't see kid. I see a grown ass man.
Well, like I say, yeah, he's grown. But when I say child, because my son 22, so I look at it, he's still a child. But yes, he's grown. But the thing is, like, somebody like him with money and the fan base he had, whatever case may be, not only he need help, but then let him go talk to some of the children and tell them, don't do what I did. I did a lot of foolishness, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, you got a lot of these young boys getting money, legal money, multi-millionaires. So it's like, I'm bored, I want to watch. Let me tell you one thing, this is jump off subject right quick. I called Birdman one day when I was in the Fed. I said, what's up, man? Nothing. What's wrong with you, man? I said, you sound like you bored. He said, I am. And I'm like, man, you got all these millions. I said, man, what's wrong? He said, man. He said, but I got everything I ever wanted. He said, there's only one thing I don't have. And I was like, what's that? He said, man, I want you home. I was like, wow. I said, bro, like, right now, you know, I'm in here, I can't get home, but it's all good. We, you know, and he sounded like he was so sincere from the heart, you know. But I remember him just telling me, like, man, I got everything I want, man. It's like, it's boring. You know, so you have things where people be having money, but they be wanting excitement. They be wanting the crazy, dumb stuff, you know?
Right.
So, prime example, look how C went backwards. See, Murray, you from the hood, you from the project, you made it out the hood, multi-millionaire, sold millions of albums, but you came back to the hood. You see what I'm saying? So now you went backwards, got yourself caught up. Right. You know, so a lot of time, bro, we still be having that hood mentality. Our friends be in the hood, so we want to reach back to get them. You know, we want to go back and help them. Like right now, I'm in a state where I'm doing everything by myself. I'm solo now, you know? So sometimes it's better that way. You know, and I believe this. God removed people out of your life for a reason. And now I'm at a point where I'm not going to question that. Once somebody get mad with me and feel like, okay, I'm going to part way, I'm going to go here, in my mind it's like, God didn't want you there with me anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I show love to everybody. Anybody who got money, when we get money, you know, I ain't never played a game, I ain't never beat nobody, I always show love. So when a person feel like, or I don't want to, you know, do business or this, it's their own self. Sometimes a person got to look at themselves and evaluate themselves and see what I'm doing wrong before you can point the finger at the next person. Right. You know, because we all got flaws. But a lot of these athletes, you got to keep in mind too, a lot of these athletes come from the hood too, bro. A lot of them come from the hood. It's just they got money now. And they do a lot of ignorant, stupid stuff. And it also goes with, once they get the money, who around them, what circle, what company they keeping. You know what I'm saying? So when you around certain stuff, you get company you keeping, you gonna act it. And then with the rap industry involving with the athletic part, a lot of that play that psychological warfare too. They hear them rappers talking that gangster, they be like, yeah, I'm on the court, I'm a ball, but I'm yeah, okay, boss. You know what I'm saying? So, man, the world is just all toe up. Right.
Did you see Boosie and T.I. got back together after Boosie called T.I. a rat?
Yeah.
And T.I. throws this paperwork party, right? Boosie doesn't show up. They have no like communication or conversation. It's Gangsta Williams breaks a story while beefing with Boosie and you literally sabotage their friendship. Little do people know. I know who did it. You know what I'm saying? But you break this story about T.I. allegedly telling on his dead cousin, which T.I. later said he had paperwork showing that it wasn't true. You know, I haven't seen the paperwork, but Boosie, according to him, have ran into T.I. at the airport. T.I. explained himself, and they squashed their beef. You know what I'm saying? On Vlad TV. What did you think when you saw that?
Politics, money, favoritism. But I don't have beef with T.I., right? T.I. ain't having, that I know of, publicly come out, say something disrespectful about me or say something about me. So, but, because there's some things I could say that I can point out, like, listen, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to say that for a later date. But T.I. just let Boosie know, like, boy, listen, you living in Atlanta, you living in my city. I run this here, boy. You from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And when Boosie come out with it, they got a reality show they doing. They got
the joint album.
The album, you know, and that's millions right there. People want to hear them too. You know, people want to hear this stuff. So, Boosie, and like I said, Boosie jump on Vlad, he get out of character. He just get He don't think before he speaks. So they don't put his foot in his mouth, you know. And it showed right there where he had to come back and backtrack. Now the album coming out, you went from my daddy, my uncle, whatever, 60 years old, I got to stand on being that album. No, it's not coming out. Now it's, oh, we got the reality show, and then the album might, you know, it's gonna come out. Man, you want that money. Greed. And that's just what it is. This is how the way of the entertainment world, you know? So a lot of people didn't like it, talked about it, but I also learned this about the internet too. A person will get on your top 1 minute, but then right after that, tomorrow they're loving you again. You do one thing wrong, they're gonna bash you today. Then when you come up with do something good, oh boy, what's up, boy? Yeah, don't worry about that. We back on, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way of the internet right now.
Yeah, you saw Boosie's son, Tootie Raw, got arrested at South by Southwest right here in Texas for a gun charge. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We just talked about how parents, from your perspective, aren't responsible for their children. When you see a gun charge, though, that's a different type of charge, right? In Texas, yeah. It's it's open carry, stuff like that. But typically with celebrities, you know, they have friends around them that will
hold a gun,
take the charge.
I have a problem with that. This is me, a person that been in the streets, even though I'm not in the streets no more, and if I got people with me, I don't feel comfortable with you holding the gun, or it's like I got my life in your hands. Because even though you holding that gun, what if so happens somebody attack us, or you really gonna you might hesitate, or he might do like Skip say I did, run with the gun. Touche, huh? Pun intended. Anyway, nah, for real though, all jokes aside, bro, but I'm not comfortable with somebody else holding something and I gotta be right there by you. So I gotta stand by you at all times. I gotta make sure whoever coming, you gotta be ready to up and work. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people not cut like that. A lot of people be front. A lot of people like fame. They like the attention, they like all that, but man, give it, I got it, but when it's time to drama kick off, feet don't fail me now. Chill, they're gonna take off. They're gonna beat you running.
All right.
Because nobody don't want to get shot. That hurt. Bullets hurt. You know? And this day and time, the youngsters, they don't care what they busting. They catch it wherever they working, you know? So, I don't know what Little Too's situation was, but you got to protect yourself. And then his father's celebrity, you got people who don't like his father. His father got shot in Texas, you know? He be doing pull-ups and talk for his father, so got to make sure he okay. He got to protect himself.
I have one question for you, man, and I wanted to stay away from it, but I did see Boosie go on the internet with it, and he essentially said that word got back to him that you were in prison with, men. You know what I mean? First off, like, where's Boosie getting this information from?
I don't know. How you gonna ask me that? Let me say this. I don't know, but I would say this. Because there are people that hit me on Instagram and send me stuff about Boosie. send me all kind of information about whoever I got internet disagreement with. But it's just amazing. But you gotta understand this. Boosie is an influencer. He have the people ear. So just like how I found out that I have a little influence now, I have people ear. So if I put something out there, people are gonna listen, take it and run with it. Just recently, Boosie did an interview with Vlad. And Vlad haven't put that clip out yet. But Boosie went on saying that same thing about me indulging in homosexual activity, receiving and taking. And you're a rat, and he did, but then he come right back and say this. He said I was on PC, man, he hurt me, he ain't had to do that. So now I'm like, oh, that's where that come from. You hurt, you really hurt, so now you're gonna say stuff about me because you wasn't there with me in prison. And with a lot of people with social media, none of this never come out. He did some disrespectful stuff like that. Now, with your voice and with me saying you being on PC, now you upset. What the next thing to do? You gotta keep in mind the main thing to make a man look bad on social media or to tarnish his reputation is accusing him of indulging in that and being a snitch, a rat. So, and then it's guys that's around him or whoever he may pay to go on the internet or go look at people. Oh yeah, say this, say this, say this. But let me say this on your channel. May Allah be my witness, bro. That homosexual stuff, he's lying on me. That's just something he done made up just to, you know, I guess to cover up for what me calling him being on PC. Because for him to sit on there and say, yeah, he's been effing punks and getting F, and he's saying it with conviction, like I know, like he was in the cell with me, or he seen my private part.
Right.
It is crazy how people do, but that's what he did, you know. I don't get upset with stuff like that because at the end of the day, I know, God know, and whoever was in the prison with me know what really happened. I could get steppers, Muslims, to come on my channel or come on your channel, whatever, and you can interview them and they'll tell you what it is, because one thing about in prison, in Islam, you get caught in homosexual activity or anything with homosexual activity, the Muslims come to see you. Point blank period, they come and see you. And they go and get the boy you mess around with and run down on him. They got what's called a Sharif staff. They be deep too. They gonna run down on him first. What's going on with that? You know the boys, they be scared already. They don't want to get stabbed or hurt because you got some big old beards, big boys might run down. Oh yeah, I did, sister. They gonna confess it. They gonna come. They gonna pull the urchin. You know what I'm saying? They gonna confess it. But you know, I could have made a lie say about him being on death row. When the dudes come to serve his food, they putting his hand through the ball, playing on people's private part. You know, I could have put some stories out on him with some stories like, you know, but I didn't, you know, and I'm not gonna go there with that kind of stuff. That's a serious stuff, but it don't upset me because I know who I am. I know what it is with me, right. And I'm free and I'm enjoying life. And he's helping me because a lot of people don't believe that bull crap, you know. But even if a person did that, even if I did that, that would be my preference. That's what I would like to do, you know. But I guess, like he said on Vlad, he hurt me. He ain't had to do that. But he a rat and he a homosexual. So you saying this one thing, and so then you letting people know you're wearing your feeling on your sleeve. You know what I'm saying? So you got to come up with something to cover up. But I'm not the celebrity. He the celebrity. But he keep my name out there. And that's what I appreciate because now I'm able to do the things I want to do. Like now, bro, I done hustle so much on the social media to whereas I don't have to ask nobody to pay to shoot my pilot. You know what I'm saying? So I got my own money. And I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro.
Terrance Gangsta Williams, man. You know, so much to talk about. We'll have you back. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything that we left off that you want to let the people know?
Well, you know, I got the nonprofit. They need us. The Instagram, they need us. Third Ward. Make sure y'all check out my videos on Gangsta, the original Hot Boy channel. Once I get to 100K subscribers, you know, me and used to be going back and forth about that.
I'm almost at 200 now.
Whatever. So anyway, yeah, me and him been bumping head
By
about
the
this.
time you get one, I'll be at 2.
Y'all hear him, huh? All right, now you heard what he said. Now once time I get to 100, he gonna be at 2, y'all. Y'all remind him once I get that 100K, we're gonna check for real tune. But yeah, once I get to the 100K, I'm giving out $1,000 on my live. I'm gonna ask questions about my videos that I did over the years, and you get it right. I'm gonna cash app you right on the spot. I have other little gifts that I want to give away too on the live. What else? I say that, and I got the pilot coming out, the movie series for the name of the thing gonna be called. My movie gonna be called, or the series gonna be called, The Other Side of Bourbon Street. Them Boys at War. Magnolia and Calio, and the way it's gonna start. The opening of the movie gonna start when my mother really got shot. So it's a real true events in this. It's going down, baby. But thank y'all for all the love, support. Make sure y'all stay tuned. You know, I'm here, baby.
On Real Tune.
Wow.
All right, just last question. So somebody whom you actually remind me a lot of, hello.
Okay. Hello.
OG Percy.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody who y'all done went head to head on the internet and ended up being able to make some money, collab with each other, you know, shit like that. How I feel like things should go, right? Mm-hmm. I think you remind me of Percy because, like I say, you put on a lot of people from the Magnolias, the Caliopes, you know what I'm saying?
City of New Orleans.
The city of New Orleans.
Right.
You know what I mean? And OG Percy's put on a lot of people from the city of Fort Worth, specifically people who have went to Ferguson, like jail. Mm-hmm. I see them attacking you from your projects and the people who you telling stories about. Well, recently, the people who Percy tells his stories about, the King Shoes, they were in the day room, is OG Hollywood, people who he's done interviews with, talked about 103rd Suge. There was just an interview that came out from Kunta via the Bar Report. And they're all attacking Percy. Number one, have you seen this? And number two, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I watched it not too long ago when it was all in a group setting, right?
In the day room.
Right, yeah, the day room, okay. But I understood both sides. Here's the thing. Percy, OG Percy, come out doing interviews, tearing up the YouTube channel, doing his thing, speaking on Ferguson.
Right.
So now it's putting it on the map, basically, right?
Yeah.
Because the other brothers don't have the voices yet. So now, once you get the voice, if you feel like, well, hold up, you exaggerated it, or here's the thing. Piggyback up, because when I was like, man, you telling our stories for period of time, I was there, dude was like, yeah, we was there for separate times. So I was like, oh, because I'm listening to both of them, right? I'm having an open mind about it. And the guy was letting them know, like, well, when we was there, we went through a lot. We went through the rough time. When you got there, you went through where it was the young boys, the young crew had it, where you ain't had to go through much. But like Percy was explaining that, hold up, no matter what I went through, I was there. So I got a right to speak on first. Whereas the other G's was saying, OG was saying, like, you know, we really did the blood, sweat, and tears. We laid the roadmap for people like you to come through here. You know what I'm saying? And you banging. You know what I'm saying? So the whole take was this. What I looked at was OG Percy telling his story from his perspective, how he went through it. But then you got these OGs that was there that really went through it, and they didn't get a chance to tell their story. So when you're talking about Ferguson, you're not really talking about Ferguson. What I got from them was, nah, we was Ferguson. You was the boys cupcake, laid back Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, they both saying the same thing, but I guess they're looking at like, then they're looking at like Percy, you know, you got the platform, so you jumping up here, adding to your story. Whereas we was really there, we really was putting it in, so nah, this would really happen. So my thing is this, reach out to Real Life Street Star, reach out to Real Tunes, reach out to whoever, and then tell y'all virgin, you know what I'm saying, instead of clashing, going at it with Percy, OG Percy, because he really opened the door for Ferguson.
Well, a lot of people, based off the comments, feel like those OGs are hating. Would you categorize that as hating?
No, I'm not gonna categorize it as hating because they was really there. They really put the work in too. You know what I'm saying? Really what it is like, Prime example, like that little boy Major out of Baton Rouge, he called himself Hot Boy Major. So now, for people who already know about the Hot Boy story, already know who the Hot Boys are, they'll think he part of the Hot Boy, but he a clown. So now you repping his Hot Boy name. So now, if I come along and tell people, man, now he fit, you got a name now, Hot Boy Major. You doing your thing. But really, we the Hot Boy. We really blood, sweat, and tears. But
look, Badger beefing with you and using your name.
That's crazy. That's what I was laughing about. How you go? This is something I started come up with, or not to come up with, but something that we represented. We was repping, and now you taking it from years later, mimicking what we did online and how you wearing your rag with all this stuff with Juvenile, all this. But you want to diss me. You dissing your grandfather. But anyway, let's get back to the Ferguson situation, bro. I just look at it like them OGs looking at it like we the ones who really paved the way. We was really there stepping and doing what we had to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say they hating because they was really there. Now I can see they was never there, and now they talking out on his story. Now they wrong for that. But they was really there. They was really in Ferguson too. So they got a right to voice their opinion. And just like the people who look at it got a right to voice, everybody got a right to voice their opinion. But all the OGs saying is, we was there, we put the work in, we really was putting the work in. So now, why you didn't reach out to them and interview them and ask them all these questions you asking me?
I'm just becoming aware of this.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been out the loop. I don't keep up with.
You gotta keep up with that, man. You the man who bring all the content to the people.
I do, but
yourself.
Hollywood has a new YouTube channel. Like I've never really been into his channel and that prison shit outside of Percy. Mm-hmm. Just like I've never been into that Louisiana shit outside of Gangsta.
Why
you know what I'm saying?
That's word on the end, yeah, like we just.
I mean, this is the.
Man, you did bump here before, but that called Percy to get
I said the same thing about
Percy.
Percy.
That's how OG went at it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I've never given a fuck about it. Personally, I just
but you
had
should
no reason
because you provide content, so all that kind of stuff you got to.
And I am now. That's why I'm asking you. What's your thoughts?
You should have went to them because here's the thing. This was gonna happen. Them OGs. Sometimes an OG will take it the wrong way and be like, "Well, first of all, Terrance Gangsta Williams, you ain't got no business speaking and attack me."
But the thing about it is, first off, you're an influencer who's been to prison, so you can speak on that, and you know Percy. So I'm not really asking you about them. I'm really asking you about him because you've been in similar situations as him, whereas you went to war with your people, just like he's going to war. Because whether they like him or not, they're still his people. You know what I'm saying? They represent the same thing.
That's true.
You feel me? So whether they like you or not, they still your people. Y'all from the same community.
No, that ain't true. They ain't still my people. My people, listen, let me explain something to you about people, because I let you say that about them, but my people is somebody that love me, I love, that's rocking with me, I'm going to rock with them, that's my people. Point blank, period. See, I can say you my people because we got the same color paint job.
Right.
But when you say my people, when I say my people, that's somebody who I got love for, who got love for them, who I trust. That's my people there. Right. Or who I'm going to co-sign something for. Yeah, that's my people. I'm going to go ahead on, put you on, I'm going to rock with you, and do this, you know what I'm saying? That's my people.
Yeah, no, I respect it. I'm just saying that.
No, the people who attack me, them ain't my people.
Right.
You attacking me, you trying to tear me down.
Right.
Man, my people want to uplift, they ain't trying to tear me down.
Right.
Man, no, you ain't my people. You trying to hurt me, so I ain't trying to help you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the people champ. So at the end of the day, the people champ, I'm just going to stay in my lanes, do what I do.
What would your advice be for OG Percy?
He the OG. I ain't got no advice for him. He been on before me. I'm taking notes. Nah, for real. Because at the end of the day, he doing what he do, staying in his lane, sticking to the same strip. He got the sale, got his commissary, and he doing his interviews and his stories. Don't change nothing. He got his fan base, so why change something? Stick to the strip. That's the problem. When we jump out another lane, try to do something else, that's when you crash.
Yeah, as far as the people who are going against Percy, what would your expectation be from them?
See, it's different because everybody handles situations differently. Like with me, when people come at me, I look at their views. I look at what I can capitalize off it. I don't run. I run to it. I don't run from it. Some people like to avoid that kind of stuff. But with me, I welcome it because I be feeling like when I be home, I don't do nothing. So when I'm home bored, I ain't got nothing to do, I'm like, man, who gonna jump out there, And once I got action, my people gonna hit me up on that Instagram. We got action, okay, and I'm at you. So, I get paid for it. I get paid to entertain.
Right.
So I can't, I can't tell the OG how to run his ship. You know what I'm saying? I got my own problem. I got to run my own ship. I got to watch my own back now. You know, so I'm by myself.
Right.
So, you know, I can't give him no advice. I'm coming back.
Well, I guess I was just going from the point of.
You know, I understand what you're saying, but
right.
like I say, OG been doing it before me. You know, every platform I went on, he already been there. So I'm fighting behind. You know what I'm saying, with this YouTube game. So, and he's still lasting. People still going on, checking out his views, checking out what he's doing. So he's doing something right.
Right.
You know, it's just that everybody have a different opinion. When you come on social media, it's just whoever had that energy, they coming on there, bringing that energy, routed, or whatever the case may be, and you're gonna grab your followers, you're gonna grab his followers, I'm gonna grab my followers with your followers, and people gonna come on there, view the content. Some gonna believe it, some not gonna believe it, some gonna just leave it right. I don't care about that. They fools. They did this. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's gonna be at the end of the day, bro. But like I say, I just thank God that I'm in a position where I got a voice. I know my haters don't like, you know, me with the voice. They didn't think I would get to where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? And I just be enjoying it. And that's where really my smile in my, see, my smile don't really just be, because my smile be because it's like, y'all was doubting me, y'all was down on me, y'all didn't think I was gonna make it.
They counted you out.
Yeah. Like now they still count me out. Right now they still count me out. Right now to this day they still count me out. I got people still rooting against me. They don't want to see me make it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I get more love than hate. So I'm gonna keep going till it's time to go ahead on and retire.
For sure. I personally, so you can stay away from it if you choose, but you know, you making a few dollars off YouTube. I don't know if you feel comfortable disclosing like a monthly average. But you still work a job.
Right.
Like, how are you making like thousands of dollars on YouTube
But
and
still work. Okay,
still work a 9 to 5, hard labor, huh?
well, here's the thing. As far as the first question with YouTube, I'm not gonna get none under 10,000 every month. That's on the low end. If I grind hard, it's gonna be over 10. It's gonna be heavy. You know, that's every month. But I work for two reasons. One, the judge said in my sentencing thing that I had to work at least 30 hours a month because I'm still on supervised release. Also, YouTube pay me once a month. So I put my money up, I save my money. However, I like the fact that I can get a check once a week and some spending money. If I want to go trick off, buy a girl something, go fly out of town, whatever, it's my trick, that's my spending money.
Queen France might be watching you.
Oh, boy, you cold.
You're spending money though. Yeah, for sure. I just, and I'm asking that on some financial. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they done got the PPPs and now they scared to work. Yeah.
I would got that people. I'll be all the way up now. See, here's the thing with me. Because I've been down so long, I know what to do with the money.
Right.
So I get my money, I know what I want to invest. I already got the plans, but I just need to get the money. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I'm gonna take it one day at a time, and eventually I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna stop working with the job, but not right now. I like my job. I like to work. Like I said, I look forward to getting that once a week check versus that once a month check.
Right.
And I get to, go and spend, have a little fun.
Oh, so wine.
Okay, wine. We out now. Finally, y'all. You only got.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.